recording. Okay, now, yeah. So now you look at this problem here. Yeah, it is the problem is here. Yeah. So let me draw it. Hmm? So problem I'll not write once again. It's there. You can see the problem. So this is
Yes,
the
sir. Yes, sir.
bus one. This is the phasor measurement unit that I have. This here. This voltage is 1.0 volts. Okay. Then this is the transmission line. This transmission line is having this x value as zero point 0.1. So this x value is equal to the magnitude part of this would this actually would mean zero point 0.1 at an angle of 90 degrees, because J
Okay.
means 1 at an angle of 90 degrees if you have to
90
write
degrees.
this.
Yes, sir.
But now we are not interested in that angle part, only the magnitude part we are interested in this calculation. Okay,
Okay.
because only the this thing here where this wait sometimes, yeah. So I have this question over here. So this is a PMU1 over here. Then I have a phasor measurement unit here. Second unit is here. Then I have my bus 2 that is connected here. And now V2 is equal to 1. So it states, if you look at the question is in front of you, right? What does it
Yes, sir.
state? It state that my the phase angle error, this
Yeah.
delta phi phase, this is called the phase angle error. Phase angle error, I told you, is calculated by whatever the value of the timestamp is there. Okay, so timestamp error, this is basically the formula for timestamp error. Timestamp error
Okay.
multiplied by 2 pi divided by 20 samples per second. Sorry, 20 samples. If frequency is 50 hertz, or it would be 10 samples if frequency is 60 hertz. Write down this formula, okay?
That is fine.
Yeah, this formula, you should mention it in this formula so that you can understand. Okay, this is how you will get the this first part over there. Hmm? So when you are calculating this part, so this is the solution for this problem. So the first part solution would be equal to this delta phi would be equal to zero point 0.1 divided by 20 into 2 pi, and the value will
Okay.
come around 0. If you do the input in the calculator, it will come 0.0314 radians. It will come in radians. Remember, whenever you are solving problem for smart grid, make sure that your calculator is in radian mode. Okay, if you have put it in degree mode, it will give wrong answers, right,
Got it.
while you are doing calculations. Now one more thing that it has mentioned is that it is mentioning that if your power is, yeah, your it is mentioning your power value over here is something came here, convert. Okay, that is the previous recording, you cannot delete that part also. So okay, so just look here. So we already have this P part, I told you, is equal to EV into X by sine theta. Okay, so the P part he is mentioning is 5 per unit. Okay, now he's only dealing with per unit. He does not want it to convert into the actual value. He is referring it in
Got it.
terms of the base value. So the final answer also, if you look at the final answer also, it is in per unit only. It is not in any base value. Okay. So
Got
per,
it.
per unit, yesterday only I have explained you, per unit means the actual value divided by the base value. Why it is being done? To make a common currency, because transmission line, this will have different unit, this will have voltage will have different unit, currents will have P, J, Q, all the values have different units. Now the addition and the division multiplication of those values becomes difficult, so we keep a common currency over there. Per unit is just like a dollar. Okay, so we are keeping the actual value there. Okay, now one more important thing here is, in this problem you have this P value, it's mentioned 5, and this P value here would be equal to, see here, E value is V1, this V value is V2, and X is as it is, but this theta value is given as psi1 minus psi2. Now you look at the psi2 is not there, it is 0. So, okay, so that value So here that value is sorry, not psi2 is not there. That's the timestamp. This thing is not there. In the timestamp, psi1 is given 0.1 milliseconds, whereas this thing is not given. This second error is zero. Not about that. Okay. So here this theta value would be sine this minus this. Okay. Now you have the values of V1. V1 is 1. You have the value of
One.
V2 is 1. You have the
Yeah.
value of x. X is equal to zero point 0.1. So what would be the
Ten.
value of 1 by x? 1 by x is equal to 10. So here you can write this 5, and here you can write 1 into 1. 1 by x is equal to 10 into 10, and you have sine
Yeah.
sigma 1 minus sigma 2. So this becomes 5 ones are 5 twos are. So in other terms, it will become sine sigma 1 minus sigma 2 will become equal to 1 by 2, right? So you know that
Yeah.
sine psi 1 minus psi 2 is nothing but sine inverse of 1 by 2. So sine inverse of 1 by 2, where it will take place? You can add 30 degrees. Okay. So this would be equal to 30 degrees is equal to pi by 6 radians. Is equal to pi by 6 radians. You take down this. This is,
Writing the answer.
yeah, pi by 6 radians. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So one second. So sine
Hmm.
phi one minus phi two is equal to one
Hmm.
by two. The sine
Ah,
inverse of one by two. So
ah,
phi one
ah,
minus phi two is 30.
Did you get this?
Yes, sir. I got it.
Yeah, you got this. Now, after you, yeah, wait a second. Yeah. So the second part, can I take the next
Yes,
slide?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you got the value of this sine pi 1 minus pi 2, and you got the value of this thing. Now exactly what you are looking for is that you have to calculate the what was the asked in the question. What is the final step that is asked, because I lost track here. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, I don't. I just wait a second. I'll
So
just
we have to find the error in the
uh,
estimated flow,
hmm,
power flow.
yeah, error in the estimated power flow. Now, in order to find the error in the estimated power flow, so first of all we have calculated. Now this error in the estimated power flow, how you can calculate the error? So you have to calculate the value of delta P, right? So
Yeah.
delta P, how to calculate delta P? P we calculated. P we simply wrote V1, V2, X sine sigma 1 minus sigma 2. Now what would be the error? So sigma or phi 1 minus phi 2, whatever. Sigma 1 we have used in the previous slide, or phi 1? Yeah, that value. Okay.
The phi one, sir.
No issue. This only we have used, right? So P would be equal to V1, V2, delta P. Now delta P would be equal to X into sine sigma 1 minus sigma 2, and this now an additional term will come, plus delta sigma, because this is the error. This error we have to find. Now what we need to find is that we need to find P minus delta P. P minus delta P would give us the error. Now in order to find this P minus delta P, we are seeing that we are having an identity. Okay, so we are having an identity sine A minus sine B. Can you tell me the value of sine A minus sine B? Trigonometric identity. This is equal to 2
Uh,
sine
yes,
A
sir.
minus B by 2. You have to remember this part. Okay. And cos A plus B by 2. Suppose here. Okay. This value we keep as A. Okay. And this value is
Yes, sir.
A, and this value is B. Kindly calculate it and give me the value now. So you can take the certain things you can take common. V1 and V2 and X could be taken common, and rest things can be written as 2 sine A minus B by 2 into cos A plus B by 2. Now, how much is A minus B? A value, how much I've kept? A is equal to psi 1 minus psi 2 and B is equal to delta psi. So you kindly calculate. Hmm?
Yes, sir, once again, sir, once again.
Hmm. Yeah, kindly see, don't see the solution, okay, there. Kindly
No, sir.
because you have to give the examination. Here in the examination, you will not be having any solution out there, okay? So if you see, you just try to do yourself with the help of calculator. If you are able to do now, then you are good to go in the examination also. If you are not able to do now, then you will not be able to do in the exam also. So kindly do it, okay? And this value, del value, this del psi value, which we have seen, we have calculated this value, right? If you look at the previous slides here, where it went.
Sir, we found out
Yeah, here,
2 1
here.
minus 2.
This we have found out. This is
Okay, okay, okay. That's,
right.
that's, yeah, yeah,
This value is here, right? This
yeah.
value is here. This is the value. Okay, so we are having also.
Okay,
We
so,
also
sir, one
know.
thing. So, can you go back to the previous slide?
Hmm, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. A similar question can come with a different numeric figure.
okay.
Uh, can you give me the answer? See,
One second.
see, the thing is that you need to calculate the value of error. Okay, the
Yeah,
error. Okay, so the error value here, the error would be equal to error is this term. Error is that V1 into V2. Okay, so you just
V1 into V2 into 2 sine
so
30,
this two
2
two
sine,
term two sign term can come out inside
yeah,
V1 and V2 will remain as it is.
yeah.
X term will remain. Now you see this sign A minus B. So what is the value of A? A is psi 1 minus psi 2. B is this. So this would be A minus B would be how much? A minus
A
B would
minus
A,
B
yeah,
plus psi 1 plus psi
uh,
1 minus psi 2
uh,
plus 5.
uh, uh. This two term is also there. So it would be equal to psi 1 minus psi 2 plus del phi by 2, right? Right? This is the term you are getting when you are doing uh, uh, when you are
Sir, one second, one second.
when you are doing for
Sir,
cos. This is A plus B, are not A minus B. A minus B,
then
how
I'm a little
much?
confused.
A minus B, how much you will get? A minus B in the A minus B, how much you will get? A minus B divided by 2. Hmm?
One second. I'm a little confused.
Okay.
Sir, we already find out that phi 1 minus phi 2 is 30.
A, see, don't get
Yes,
confused. Okay, you have already found out. There's see the trigonometric identity you have used. Okay, so you got the value in terms of 2 cos psi 1 minus psi 2 plus del phi by 2, and the other term when you are doing the minus term. Okay, so yeah, you have to be very careful which while you are doing this. So in the sine term,
no,
in
no,
the
sir. You're not getting my point, sir.
yeah,
In the previous slide, uh,
mm,
in the previous page, we found out that phi 1 minus phi 2 is 30.
we will substitute that value, right? Phi 1 minus phi
Yeah,
2 will substitute. We will substitute the del phi by 2 value also. But first you have to bring it into that form now. Why you are not able to do it? That's what I can do it in 2 seconds, but I'm waiting for you to do. You do this, you apply in this formula and you do this. A plus B by 2, 2. See, this is 2 sine A minus B by 2 cos A plus B by 2. Okay. So
yeah.
if you, yeah, why you are not able to do?
Sir, I don't know. I'm very confused by the equations. You
Okay.
wrote,
Okay, I'll one more time write the equation. Okay, and
so
you
can you
see.
erase the whole thing? Because
No,
you
no,
wrote
no,
A
no.
there, B there.
Okay, okay. I'll write no issue. So you have this first of all, you have sine A minus sine B. Okay, this is the term.
Yeah, that's the
That is equal to 2 sine A minus B by 2, right? And here you have
yeah,
cos a plus b by 2. This is the trigonometric equation. So when we are solving for this equation, so we get the value of delta p, that is the error value, in terms of b1, b2, x we take common, and inside the inside the x term there is what do we write? See, power
So
flow
here we
machine.
basically have
Yeah, power flow estimate.
sine of, yes,
See,
the sine of phi 1 minus phi 2
uh, uh,
uh, plus delta phi.
sine, so it is sine of phi 1 minus phi
Phi
2
1 minus phi 2
plus
plus delta phi.
delta phi. Very good. Okay. Then here is minus v1 v2 x sine of psi 1 minus psi 2. So what it is telling you, sine A minus sine B. So if this is sine A, okay, first term is sine
Yeah.
A, right? This term is
Okay.
sine A, okay,
That's
and
what
this term there is sine B, okay. So now you please try to do it now. Put in this formula and tell me the value. 2 sine. Now you do. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I confused you. I have written something else there. A and B values I have written something else. Maybe. Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, yeah. Here it. I have sorry. It happened by mistake. It's my fault. No issue.
so, sir, basically, is that P
Yeah.
minus delta P error,
So
right?
yeah. So yeah. So this value is A. This is B. So you do it. Now you do. So it would be two. It would be 2 sine. A value is phi 1 minus phi 2 plus
Sir, sir,
delta.
sir, sir, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, 1 second, sir.
Yeah.
1 second. The right hand term, that is v1 v2 by x times phi 1 minus phi 2, that is p. That is p, right? The right hand term.
That's what
Sir,
that's
leave
what
the.
you want to do from the beginning. P is equal to
No, no,
V1,
no, no, sir. No, 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 no,
V2,
no, no. Sir,
X.
I am just asking. That is p. The right
Yeah,
hand term is p,
yeah.
and the left hand.
This,
And what?
this is the error.
Which
Yeah,
is the term?
this is the error term.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
Yeah,
the
exactly.
this is the error term. You are correct. This is P is equal to, here in your this answer solution. He has written something delta P. I got confused because I was looking at that. It is the error term. Okay.
Okay.
A very confusing
And
derivative here. Power flow estimate delta P only. That is also delta P. This is also how students will understand. Even I. Yeah. Now you can do. Tell me the
yes,
value.
sir. So, sir,
Five.
delta E is p minus delta p, or delta p minus delta p.
No, no, no. How the error would be P minus delta P, right? This
Yeah.
would be
So, shouldn't
this.
the p term come ahead then?
The P term is only coming ahead, right?
No, sir. Sir, यहाँ पे
Yeah.
तो
क्या क्या बोल रहे हो आप?
sir,
हाँ
in the delta E, in
हाँ.
that delta E equals to v1 v2 x sine
No, no, no.
phi
See,
1 minus phi 2.
yeah, yeah. You see, the thing is that, yeah, the error would be equal to. Don't get confused in delta and all that. It is basically what is the actual power.
Correct,
Actual
correct.
actual power is your similar. Actual power is VI. Sorry. EVX. This is the actual power. EVX
Yeah,
sine of phi 1 minus phi 2.
phi 1 minus phi
Okay,
2. Correct,
okay,
correct.
okay. This is the actual power. Now, what happened with the now? What is the power that you are getting? The power you are getting is EVX sine of phi 1 minus phi 2 plus that timestamp value. That is how much was that timestamp value plus delta?
0.314.
This. Now this was the actual power. Okay, before the timestamp. Now what you
Yeah.
have to see, actual power and changed power. This is the changed power. So the error would be basically
Changed power minus actual power.
changed power. What is the changed power? That is only error, not changed power. What you are getting on the meter, changed power. What you are getting on the meter minus the actual actually
What
generated.
is supposed.
Actually
Yeah.
generated. Okay, actually generated would be equal to EVX
Okay, okay, okay.
sine phi 1 minus phi 2. That is the equation that I've written.
Yes, sir. No, I got confused. The delta
Oh
P,
yeah,
P
no,
delta.
no, 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 no. Because he so many things he has written. Now even you, a person will get like this. They are not properly writing it. In our college, if you make like this, they will throw. It's not the proper standard. Okay, can you tell me now? At least
Yes, sir.
you have tell me two sine. Now you calculate.
Yes, sir.
Now
Two side.
why
Uh,
aren't you able to do?
no,
Now
no,
it,
sir. I was writing, sir. I
yeah,
was
yeah.
writing down.
Now you write this. See, shall I only do? I just want you
No,
to
sir.
do.
Yeah. So we can take V1, V2 by X,
Yeah, you give
two
me the
V1, V2 by X common, and
yeah.
sine phi 1 minus phi 2 plus delta phi
Uh,
um,
you substitute the value.
into,
Kindly you substitute the value and give me the reading.
I don't know, how are you writing down?
Yeah, you write it down. Try to do on your own. If I only do this now, then I want to see. I want to generate. See, simply I will also give a lecture and go away. You are paying me also. Then you should also. I will also feel good if you give me some outcome. If you are not giving, simply or taking down, it is not good. Nice today you are asking questions is good. And the flow, if in one way, if we will do it, will not happen. So please kindly do it. I have told you the A value, B value,
Yes, yes.
simply, and I've told you the formula. See, for first formula sign, see, A value is phi 1 minus phi 2 plus delta psi. So in the second term, if you see, minus phi 1 will happen and minus phi 2 will become plus phi 2. In the A value, only term remaining would be delta phi by 2. You can
Delta phi, yeah,
write delta phi by 2 in the first. So it would be 2 sine delta phi by 2. In the cos term, you see which terms will go. In the cos term, you have phi 1, 2 phi 1 will be there. And in addition, and you in the cos terms, you see which terms will go and which terms will remain. In the cos term, you will get phi 1 minus phi 2, right? Plus delta phi
yes,
2.
sir.
Yeah, simple
Yes,
addition
yes,
you
yes,
will get, right?
yes, 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 yes.
In the cos term, see, in the sine term, you will get sine delta phi 2. In the cos term, if it is this term, in the if it is addition, so you're adding this term. So phi 1 and phi 1 will become 2 phi 1, and this will become minus 2 phi 2, and this will become plus delta phi, and this is divided by 2. So this will become phi 1 minus phi 2 plus delta phi by 2. So this is the term that is in cos, right? If I am doing for cos A plus B, this is my cos A plus B by 2. Okay, value. On similar grounds, you give me the value of sine A minus B. Why you are not able to do sine A minus B
Yes,
by
sir, yes,
2?
sir. Sir, I'm doing, sir.
Kindly do it. On similar grounds, you kindly do it.
Sir, yes, sir. It's basically 2 V1 V2 by X into sine delta phi by 2 into cos
Uh,
2 Q1, 2 phi 1 minus 2 phi 2 plus delta phi 2.
uh. So here I will again tell you, here in this scenario, look at this. Here I will tell you this would be equal to A. A value is how much? A value is equal to phi 1 minus phi 2 plus delta phi. This is my A value. I have also written, I'll write it down here. This is my A. A value is this, right? A value is this whole term is A value. B value is this term. I've already written B value. I will write down B is equal to phi 1 minus phi 2, and here A is equal to phi 1 minus phi 2 plus delta phi. So I've already written. So when I'm doing A minus B, so this A value minus of phi 1 and minus of minus phi 2, which will become plus. So this phi 1 and phi 1 will get cancelled. This is minus phi 2, and here it is because minus and minus, it is becoming plus. So this is
Yes,
minus
sir.
phi 2 plus delta phi, and this becomes minus of minus plus phi 2. So this gets cancelled.
Yeah,
This
no, yes, sir.
divided, this whole thing is divided by 2, right? So you are left with delta phi by 2. So the entire equation gets reduced to this value. It gets reduced to 2 v1 v2 x cos of phi 1 minus phi 2, okay, plus delta phi by 2 into sine of delta phi by
Sir,
2.
it's basically
Yeah,
20 into uh,
yeah. So
point zero
look,
point zero zero two seven.
you are calculating it in the calculator.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you try kindly calculate in the calculator. So it would be 20 into, see the first value here. See, look at the first value. So you have delta 1 minus delta 2. Okay. So again, if you look at this formula here, cos phi 1 minus, so this is coming in a form of cos A 2 cos A sine B. Okay. So
Yes.
you can directly put also the values. Directly you can put the cost values there. For phi 1 you have value, for phi 2 you have value. But this is a problem. Okay. Now you have to again reduce this into trigonometric expression, because see, phi 1 minus phi 2 expression to is pi by 6. But what about phi 1 minus phi 2 plus delta phi by 2? That you cannot put, right? Now
Correct.
can I move to the next page? I'll explain you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can,
Yeah.
sir.
So till here you have understood.
I wrote, sir.
Till
The
here,
the sign value is 0.156.
no. You cannot do like that. Two, see, you can do up to here. Two v1 v2 x. You can do. After that,
Yeah,
you
that is
say two.
20.
Say two. That is okay. That is 22 v1 v2. After that, you have this term cos phi 1 minus phi 2 plus del phi 2. What about this term? This term, this value, this angle you don't know. Okay, I
Yeah,
can say you this phi 1 minus phi 2 angle to is pi by 6, right? But what about this angle? Okay, sine delta phi by 2 also okay, that you have calculated. But what about this? So can we do anything? Can we reduce this expression into any other form? Can you tell me any other expression? Can we reduce this expression? So this is in which form? If you look at this expression,
yes,
cos
sir.
A sine B. Okay,
Cos.
cos.
Yeah,
See, this is in the form of cos A sine B. Hmm? Cos A sine B. 2
sign B.
cos A, 2 cos A sine B. So that is equal to cos A sine B is equal to, if you have, the trigonometric expression for here, he has not mentioned. Cos A into sine B, if you write, you can give this expression as 2 cos A cos B. Okay. Now here in this expression, this part is the A part, this part is the B part. This A part is equal to phi 1 minus phi 2, and this B part here is equal to delta phi by 2. One more expression we have to put. Okay, that thing they have not mentioned there. Now once you put this expression, the expression will change. 2v1 v2 by x will become now cos A into cos B. Now the value of cos A is this, cos phi 1 minus phi 2, and the value of cos B is del phi by 2. And here the value 2 v1 into v2 divided by x. V1 value is 1 per unit, right? V2 value is again 1 per unit. X value it is given is zero point 0.1. Okay, so 1 by x would be equal to 10. Okay, here phi 1 minus phi 2 you have calculated, that is equal to 30 degrees. And del phi by 2 also you have calculated. How much was that value? That was equal to, in radians.
The point, so in radians it was point 0314.
Point 0.0314 radians. Okay, this is the value you have. Substitute this value, okay, in your calculator. Do on your own. Five, I'll be watching you. So let me see whether you are able to do on the calculator. So I have just given you the formulas, trigonometric. There's just a little bit formulas are there. This cos A cos B has expressed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Because we need to see the catch here is in mathematics part. What we have, what we don't have. So we don't have this value. We cannot directly add these values. Okay. Directly, because we don't know individually what is phi 1. We don't know individually what is phi 2. We only know phi 1 minus phi 2 is this value of 30 degrees. But we individually we are not knowing. Hence, what we do is that we bring it into other form of the expression. Okay.
Sir, is the answer
Uh,
uh, the answer 40.12?
huh?
14.12.
14 point?
12.
I have to check. For which one you got the answer 14.12?
So the whole expression, because 20, 2v1,
See,
2v1 v2 by x,
the first thing is this is 2 into 1 into 1.
that is that
This
is
is
20.
this is point 1. This thing will become, this whole thing will become 20, no doubt.
Yeah.
Then this becomes cos pi by 6. Okay. And this
That
thing
is
is cos
root what's root 3 by 2. Okay.
cos pi by 6, and this term is cos of uh this term, what is that term? Cos, hmm,
Sir, point 999 roughly one.
0.34 something. Point three
Sir,
one. What is the answer you're
sir,
getting?
point 03. Sir, point 03. Answer, sir, is 17.30.
No, here is showing 2 also. Is showing the answer 0.272. In your slide, it is showing point. Have you done the? You have put in the radians. Put the calculator in the
I
radians.
Yes, yes, I put that.
Then you do. 20 into cos pi by 6 into 3 point into 0.034 divided by 2 also. You forgot here. You have directly put 0.034. It is 0.0314 divided by 2 here. Don't do in a hurry. Cos 0.034 divided by 2. This you do. Here divide by 2. Then you do it. Actually, my scientific calculator yesterday it got broken. Otherwise, so this is very important. And then AC after this, the next class which I'm going to take, I'll take some 5-10 minutes break, and we will go for AC and DC sweep. That is very important. That has come in your final examination also. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that problem is very important. So yeah, so also go through the formulas now, and all the formulas in trigonometry. Just few formulas which are required here. 11, 12th base formulas. Yeah, now you tell me. I don't know. I can.
Um,
Yeah, the answer here in your slide it is showing something. I don't know. I have to yet to verify with the calculator. But accordingly, the answer should be this. Whatever the calculations you are putting, that answer should come. I think previously you are not divided by 2. That cos, and cos pi by 6 would be root 3 into 2. So 20 into root 3
yeah.
into 2. So that would be 10 into root 3. Okay, 10 into root 3 is, that is the value you were giving me, was 17 point something. Don't try to do like that. So 10 into root 3 into cos of 0.314 divided by 2. Okay, like this would be the answer. So what is cos? Cos of, sorry, how much? Do this value in radians. Cos of 0.0314 divided by 2 you do. What is the
Yes,
value
sir.
you are getting? What is the value you are getting?
Yes,
Cos,
thank you, thank you. Okay.
you tell me the value.
Point
Cos of
zero.
0. See, even if I put here also calculator would be there. I will do before you, I
Yes,
think.
sir. No,
Calculator is,
sir. Sir, I got it. The value was point nine nine
uh,
nine.
this value you tell me how much.
Yeah, yeah.
Cos,
Point
no,
nine
no,
nine nine.
no, no. 0.0314 divided by 2 how much? First tell me that value. Cos, this is 0.0314, right?
Yes, sir. Point
Uh,
0.0157.
0 point? 0
0.0157.
157. Now you do this value cos of 0.0157. How much is the value you are getting?
So 0.999.
0.999 into 10 by root 3. So it should come. Then what is the answer he has given? Just let me check. Uh, let me go through it. Let me just. Where is that? So you have that solution, right? In that
Yes, sir.
solution is telling the value to be around 0.272 per unit. But how come? Hmm?
Sir, he takes a
Huh?
one second, one second.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't have the calculator in my hand. Whether you
Sir,
have to, huh?
uh,
V value is 1 only. That is correct.
no, sir, sir, what in this slide is done is they
Uh,
directly took
yeah, let me.
that as delta phi. They took that cos out. They didn't take cos of delta pi by
Ah,
2.
cos. Okay, then you can also do directly you do. But how it is
They,
possible?
they, they just they just took that in radians, the value directly.
Ah, yeah, it is in radians. Yeah, they can do it. Yes, yes. It is not in degrees, right? They can add it. This is also, this is pi by 6. Yeah, they can do this value. They can do this is pi by 6 plus that radians value, and then directly he can put do this instead of doing that. Only do this part, and you tell me the answer. I was also thinking. Then yeah, that
So yeah, then it is 0.272.
okay. Then it is 0.272. Yeah,
Yes, sir. It
then
is.
it is yeah, then it is okay because yeah, it was in radians now. In my mind, I just it went out. But I was just considering it in degrees here, na. This is 30 degree, yeah. Then it's okay. But you understood how the basically the problem is done.
Yeah, I got it.
The thing is that the basic concept earlier you were not getting na that
Yes, sir.
how we will do what is this formula, how what is per unit and other things. So I have to start with how much time is left in this meeting?
Sir, less than 1 minute.
Yeah, so I'll take a break. Next,
Yes,
after 15 minutes, we'll join. Okay, 15. Give me some 15 to 20 minutes because back to back, na.
yes, yes, sir.
Offline,
Yes, sir.
offline. If you teach 1 hour or 1 hour offline, in online, half hour teaching is almost equal to 1 hour because it's continuous. There is no break or something, and
Correct, correct.
very difficult. So
Got it.
after this class, give me some 10 15 minutes.